Now your higher will is connected to your higher mind, and is connected to the helpers, the guides, the inspirer that have always traveled with you, or which some of you are very aware of and others of you are less aware. Well, even if you are less aware of the presence of your helpers and guide, it's really not so relevant, because what is relevant is your own unique synthesis of all the forces at play in your being. If the synthesis of the forces at play in your being are a synthesis of helpers, guides, angelic beings, inspirers, masters which are in the physical presence, or master that are ascended or present, or it is the gathering of all the elements of the highest, or what you call your intelligence, your individual unique sense of understanding life, for us is perfectly correct. It's perfectly fine, because you are working towards the highest in yourself. That's what is our really encouragement towards you. And if you say, well, I'm not sure that I can really contact my helpers, or I'm not sure how that works for me, and I can just about rely on myself, it's perfectly all right, provided that you have that sense of wishing to conquer, to master aspect of your being that are perhaps a little bit intractable, that perhaps are subject to a kind of what we call the lower mind limitation, where you are not expanding, where you're not including more of life, where you're not including more people, where you're not embracing. And that, it does not require a high master to tell you that. Your own consciousness tells you, is my life expanding? Is my life including more? Is my life fuller of love for others? And if not love, because this word is very misunderstood, and we've done some conversation in past regarding this word, and we can go back to it. But do I include the understanding of other human beings? Can I extend my hand of help to others? Can I embrace and give a sense of compassion, which means comprehensions of others' difficulty, and can I step forward and be counted for that? When you do that, you're already immediately connecting to highest ray, to ray of potency that are illumining your light. So they're not necessarily so personalized, they're not becoming like helpers and guides for you, because maybe it's not your psychology conducive to that. It does not matter, because you are connecting to ray of greater potency. And in a sense, if you look in the sky, you have planets. You call the planets Mars, Venus, Saturn, so on and so forth. And those are like a great potency of energies. They are not simply physical embodiment that are part of this mystery. For some of you, for others of you, perhaps are not so much a mystery of what constitutes a solar system. They are truly reflection again of a potent presence. And so if you look up yourself, you're also made of those stars. If you look towards your own true identity, you may say, there is a reflection on me of the potency of what is called this planet and what is called the forces that this planet represents. And there is such a harmony, such a balance, such a beauty in what it is, even one simple solar system, that it's delightful to bear witness. And also that what you have come to bear witness to your own beauty, to your own capacity to expand in such a way that you can enter beauty that leads you to delight. We have spoken about delight in past too. So you see that you can function exactly at the level of where you are at. You don't have to embrace anything that does not belong, it does not ring true to your nature. It is such a place in that sense of great freedom. Here, this human incarnation, you have a freedom to paint the canvas of your own life in the manner with the color that you choose. Now, of course, there will be habitual tendencies, and of course that's why we remind you, because of karmic also imprint from past life, from the habitual tendencies, little groove that you go and tend towards it. They usually manifest from the lower level of mind. They don't come from the highest level of mind. The highest level of mind are ongoing flashes from your highest level of consciousness or soul, in a sense united with further and further inspiration. The more further we means inspiration that come from levels of being that you cannot recognize almost as your own yet, because they are beyond the comprehensions of lower mind. But your higher mind can function beautifully with the higher sense of the willpower. You see, sometimes people have in culture and in present culture sometimes have hide themselves behind saying, oh, this is the will of God. They use this word in all kind of ways, and they have committed atrocious act. Disruption, where you see tremendous negativity, where you see acute suffering, rest assured that has nothing to do with what you call God, or that word is being used and is being really, if you could look at this as the use of this word and seeing that it's actually a smoke screen for lower mind activity and lower astral activity, you will have a much better understanding of what is taking place on this planet at present, with so much fighting, so much distraction, and so much difficulty, as well as all of you rising in much fuller light, in much fuller understanding of what is required, and in the understanding that from whatever level you're connecting to yourself, making that commitment again and again that you stand with truth, with what you recognize as truthful, without wanting to produce further damage, but only assisting evolutionary level, you are definitely connecting with higher mind, which is your higher mind. As the law of affinity works in this universe, you naturally attract other higher minds. They may be friends that you meet, people that inspire, books that you're reading, scientists that you meet, people that can offer you the best that they have from the higher level of being, and then you are connected also to the great mystic, to the saints, to those ones that have come before, that are connected, the helpers, the guides, those ones that want to see fully the evolution. So it's always good to remember and to notice when you are stuck into thoughts of discouragement, despair, disillusion, and considering yourself in isolation from or different from. Remember, when you start to feel I am different from, but in a negative way, you, of course, all of you are unique, so you all are very different, but at the same time, you also have this beautiful network of connections. You're always in this web of existence, in this texture made of love, and when you do not recognize the love, then you are in isolation. Then that isolation begins to become a cocoon, and you are cocooning yourself in more isolation and more uniqueness. Some of you may feel particularly special also in your own sadness, in your own way of being, and indeed there is no limit to the level of sadness, to the level of depression, to the level of unhappiness. So never feel too special, because there will always be somebody which can be unhappier than you. So that's also not a unique positioning. So we do not recommend that, honestly, because you can always find somebody that is in worse position than you. And so unique means that you are honoring your presence, that you are encouraging everything that is in you to exist, because you're entitled to express your creativity, your beauty, your sense of soul, your intelligence, your sense of awareness and consciousness with a sense of acknowledgement that this is the time to express that, and that the physical life, it's a wonderful opportunity to hold a number of different worlds in your heart and not to betray them. That is the most important commitment So do not betray your soul. It does not matter if people are coming and going in your life. It does not matter if things that look white tomorrow look black or yellow or green. It does not really matter. Do not betray your soul. That is what the team is here to remind you. So when there are times of fluctuation, confusion is there, and wondering, shall I go right, shall I go left? I just chosen this and was a mistake. So, well, it was a mistake, never mind. You still have resources to change potentially, and if you cannot change the situation, you can change the attitude regarding that situation. You can begin to move in a dynamism, an internal dynamism that will change situation around. You are a co-creator, you are a maker, you are somebody that is weaving your life existence ongoingly. So never feel I am hopeless here, I'm totally impotent, I cannot create the reality I want. It's not about the reality you want, it's about creating this ongoing and participating to the matrix of life existence, of which you have been given a specific corner. You don't see the whole tapestry. So it's also good to know that you're working always in team with life forces and with the whole of existence. So don't make yourself also too isolated in that way, like this is what I want, and because it's not happening to me, it's all not quite right. No, your higher intelligence is there to throw light, to show you exactly all the time how to support you. And if you don't know how to support, because you may say, well, actually I'm confused, so this knowing exactly looks a very distant potential, it does not matter, because you can say, yes, I am confused, but because I hold trust in my consciousness, in the presence of my soul, I will attend to my soul carefully, skillfully. How do you attend to your soul? Well, each one of you, with the question that you will put to us, it is for us simply a reminder to you back on how to attend to your soul, because it's not just a generalization. Each one of you has specific tasks to attend in life, but indeed what they underline all the time is attending to your soul, attending to your consciousness, to your higher intelligence, this conquering a vast horizon. And there is nothing more beautiful that really opening the space for the manifestation of the fullness of who you truly are, the radiant soul, the potent soul, the co-creator of existence. So we'll stop here and we'll go to your question. All right?
Wow, Manjti, that was, as the Americans say, that was awesome.
Well, the tone is towards the higher mind, isn't it? So we hope something got there for you.
That was terrific. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So leave the lower mind outside, please. But also you have your question, you have your difficulty. These are very important to us as well. We are not wanting to put those one at all aside, just showing you slightly how to work around the intractable problems that you face most days, isn't it? Yes, they look so intractable. And on some level they are, on another level they're not at all. So let's begin with a question, please.